Welcome back YouTube, 2T UK. Different view. This is the other side. This is the side that I first filmed on, but further up. So I filmed first at that bottom end. So this is the other side of the table, if you like. I thought I'd give it. Well, I've had to sit on the kitchen chair because I can't get my desk chair through the gap, and I don't want to lift it over. So I just thought I'd just sit on the kitchen chair. It's easy to bring through. So I thought I'd give you a different view. So this is the other side. So yeah, like GameCube and all that shit, and Sega Saturn up there, and Mega Drive, Snes and NES, and all kinds of other shit that you can see all on the shelves piled up everywhere. Yeah, so I thought we'll try this out again. Not banging on that lighting, but there are a couple of bulbs above me, so I think we should be okay. But I've got a mixed bag. It's not going to be Nintendo. It's not going to be Nintendo, so don't switch off. Today is February something. I can't remember, 6th, 7th maybe. And we were at Dana's shop, Dana and Liam's shop, Hidden Chest Gaming, last week. We're out with Fob for the inaugural opening. Unfortunately, there was no ribbon to cut for Fob. He was severely disappointed. So Dana and Liam, that's a fail. But there was loads of guys there that say hello to some people for the first time, so that was really good. I'll come to that when I come to the couple of bits that I've got from there. What else was I supposed to say? And there was another shop that we did go to as well, because while you're there, you might as well. So I've got bits from everywhere. So I've got some Facebook. I don't shop. And I'm going to say Stonewall brick and mortar, Stonewall store brick and mortar. I wanted to show, kept meaning to show this. The wife got me this. I think it's dead funky. It's like a little Indiana Jones from the Raiders, the fertility idol. Because we had such a shit year last year, she got a Jaws one. Told she's really into Jaws. I think it's a Steven Spielberg, but it had like Jaws themed. But yeah, it's like a solid porcelain, so he's like a little mascot. Because I'm a big indie fan. I'm a massive indie fan. You may have watched my top 10 games, so that will give you a clue. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I kept meaning to show him. He's just a little trinket. I did try to avoid the trinkets. There's a couple of Pac-Man dotted around, but yeah, I'm not a big. I am a fan of them, but I just don't want them to take over the space and start blocking stuff. So that's why I kind of veered away from that. And in other news, I forgot. This is what I meant to say. Now, it's going to scare some people. Some people are going to be pretty pissed off, like Craig's here again. But I actually been playing games. I have, even more so than before, and not just like, you know, with the retro ones. You can kind of have a blast or whatever. These are Switch games because I've managed to get a little kind of Switch set up on this desk where I'm sitting, little monitor. And I've played. I haven't beat yet. I've got to the last boss of Metroid Dread. So it has been opened. You know, it was sealed. So I'm a bit late to the party, but yeah, really enjoyed it to a degree. I did get a bit frustrated with some of the game mechanics, especially some of the buttons you have to do and stuff. Is it the sprite dash and shit like that? It's just like, why are you fucking doing this for? It's just a stupid fucking game mechanic. So I didn't really like that side of it. I'm old. I just want 2 buttons, 4 buttons tops. I don't understand why you have to make the game mechanics so fucking difficult. But yeah, I got to the last boss on it. I haven't beat it yet. To be honest, I've kind of like. I got that far and I thought, well, that's enough. Because I think it's more the journey, really, with this game. I haven't done unlocked all the secrets, because you've got to do that sprite spark dash thing, and I just like, fuck that off. It was doing me head in. It was doing me head in just with some of the bosses, some of the shit you had to do in it. Well, no, that's the game, but I'm old and miserable. And one game that I'm playing through now, again, talking about fucking control mechanics, Jesus Christ. Again, it's just for the story, really, but it's so frustrating. And it's Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Again, I've showed you this. Did I show you how I picked this up? Because I've got it with the tin box. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was last year. But yeah, I decided to start playing that. And I can see why people aren't fans of this as a Zelda game. Yeah, it's God, and when you have to use the sword controls with the pro controller, it's like, why don't you just make it a fucking button? So awkward. I know it's meant to be played with a remote and that, but oh man. So yeah, I've been playing stuff. What we'll do now, we'll do Dana's Hidden Chest Gaming. Brierley Hill. All details down. I mean, I did a little tour, little spin around the shop. I tried to focus more on the toys because I know there was a couple of lads there that probably would have been doing the games. And from the tours that I've seen them do, they kind of focus a bit more on that. So I thought, you know, let's just give the toys a bit more love. So that's kind of the angle I went for a little bit. But it just gives you a flavour. And obviously, look, it's changing. It's changed already. It's got new stock in already. But it was a fantastic day out. Went up there with Fob. Met Leo, met Dane, obviously. Retro Bear. Big Game Owl. Paul, the Ink Northerner. Met Trev, who was rock and roll lad. Nice to meet Trev, fellow Cov lad. Who else was there? Not there, but I did see Kurbana, Jim and his cousin. I think it's his cousin. I've seen him in another shop that we went to afterwards, and they were catching up with Russ and Alan and Paul. And for the first time, met Craig, Goodwin's Place. Really good to meet Craig. And I did forget to thank him for the Jaws VHSs and stuff. Until he did his video, I thought, oh fuck, I didn't say thanks. So anyway, Craig, if you're watching, thanks. The wife loves them Jaws VHS tapes. And thank you for the Dreamcast thing, which I'm still yet to do at the minute. But yeah, it was a good day out. A grand day out, as Wilson Cromwell would say. So we got some bits. Didn't spend loads. Took some bits up for Dana and Liam. And yeah, it was just there to support them, really. I hope I ain't missed anybody out. I don't think I've missed anybody out. I think that was it. But yeah, definitely worth a visit. And like I say, if you're in the area, pop in. Fridays and Saturdays is open because there's a lazy bastard. So we'll do a hidden chest gaming first. So off of Dana, very kindly gifted. Well, inadvertently gifted, probably because I said, "Oh, what are these in this drawer?" And went, "Oh, that's just stuff," and I just went through the fucking drawer, all box loose manuals. So I'm not sure if he meant to gift us these, but he did in the end. So I thank you, Dana. And that is an X-Men versus Street Fighter Sega Saturn, but it's just the empty box. Now, I was convinced that I had the game for this, which I do. And I was like, yes, great, all I need to do is get a RAM cart for that, because the box is in quite nice condition. It was. And upon looking online for the RAM carts and this, the game that I had was like the full release. Now, apparently the game that comes with this just has the front cover, no back cover. I was like, ah, bollocks. So I was looking through my little pile of Saturn sort of jewel case, Trudeau case there, and I thought, I knew I had it. Now I don't have the front manual for it, but that is basically what it comes in. So you have the front manual there, and there's nothing on the back. So that does actually go into that. That's probably the right version for it. And I just need the RAM pack. I think the RAM packs are not very expensive. So, Dainster, there you go, look. I don't think he meant to give these to us. But he got given them apparently, so I don't think he was too overly fussed, and it's a little thank you gift, I suppose. That's how I'm looking at it. So yeah, wonderful that is. Now I just need to find a shelf to put it on, because the Saturn shelf is ram-packed. There is no space. So that was the first thing. Then off of Liam very kindly, because we got exclusivity. Well, I think we did at the start of the back room, but it's downstairs, but you know what I mean, where all the good stuff is. And there was some good stuff in there, and I was saying to Liam, I was like, why ain't got that out? Why ain't got that out? And he's like, oh, I can't do a Brummie accent. Rob can do a better Brummie accent. I can't be bothered. But I did see this in a little pile, and he went, and the disc was probably, he even said, it goes, that's the only game that's got the worst disc. Can you find it, Stu? And it's Alien Hominid. Now, I wanted this on the GameCube. It's a US exclusive, and I was convinced I didn't have it on the and I don't have it on the PlayStation. The disc does need a clean. It needs a buff, and it needs a new case as well. But Liam very kindly gifted this to me. So it's like a side-scrolling platformer, from what I can remember from seeing videos. Like cel-shaded, comedic, you know, as you can obviously tell from there. Yeah, maybe one day I'll play it. But I've got to get it clean first. I should. Actually, I can see it next week. I needed to show it anyway. So that was off of Liam, like I say. And then I bought some stuff. I think these were both from Liam. And the first one is a Sega Master System game. Yeah, I bought a Sega Master System game. Why, you might ask? It was an upgrade. Liam had shown this in a group, like something picked up, and I was like, mate, that's one of the only games that I need to upgrade. It's really the manual I needed to upgrade. And Fob sort of said he'd have my old copy, so I gave Fob mine for less than half the price I paid for this, I think. I think that worked out right. Fob was happy, he's got a complete copy, although in slightly less condition. This can be a bugger to get. I know a lot of people, when I've been watching them hoovering up all the Master System, this always ends up being a tricky one. Who was it? Someone said it was one of the favourite games. Was it Mark, Geordie Slasher? I can't remember. Someone said that it was probably one of the best games that they played on the Master System they picked up. And it's The Flash. Oh, no, it's not that one. Sorry about the creaky plastic bag. But yeah, my box, etc., was not bad at all, but the manual was really seen better days, and that's a beautiful copy. So that was the first up from Liam, so really happy with that, because that's one less thing that I need to think about now. It takes time, man. It takes time to curate a perfect collection. Not a perfect collection, but a collection that you're happy with. And, you know, it's ongoing. There's still, I think, that was the worst manual. There's a couple where I think, I could probably do upgrading it. You know, maybe like a little tiny tear or slightly bit ratty, but they're all there. You know, not hanging off or anything. But I'm sure that was the major one, the major hurdle. And then this was a weird. I wasn't even planning on buying. That wasn't. I kind of wanted, because I've seen that before. This one I didn't know anything about until Rob Fob showed some of the stuff he picked up. I don't know, a week or two or so ago. And he showed a loose one of these, and I was like, oh, I've been after one of them, because it was always one of the official ones. I always preferred this. There's two that come out. It is Super Nintendo, sorry, I should say that. To prefix this warning, Nintendo cardboard. And there were two that were released. I think they were officially licensed. I think I've got the first one, but this one I always preferred because it looked badass, man. And it is Super Nintendo Advantage. Ooh, should we do the pout again? Did you like the pout? Fucking, what did they do? Put a silhouette around yourself and stuff like that. Fucking hater. Yeah, the Super Nintendo Super Advanced. Super Advantage. Super Advanced. The Game Boy Super Advanced. Apparently Liam showed Rob this. I didn't even not even looked in the box. But it is a really, really nice example. Really, really nice. So the other one that was officially licensed was called the Scoremaster. And I just think this one looks loads better. It's got the right colourways as well and stuff. Whereas I'm sure the Scoremaster hasn't. I can't remember now. It might be all grey. And I think it's in here. Yeah. God, I hate taking these things out. It's like fucking Jenga. It's like the Krypton Factor trying to put stuff back in, isn't it? Oh, man. Oh, fuck it. You get the idea. You can see the picture of it anyway. I don't need to fucking show you what it looks like. I don't think it's a micro switch though. No. Motherfucker's not micro switched. Sending it back. Oh man. Right, we'll do that later. Mashed potato. So yeah, 2 awesome items from Liam. Hidden Chest Gaming, Brierley Hill, in some weird place that sat-nav doesn't get to. Takes you halfway and that's it, and then you're left to your own devices. But many thanks to Liam and Dana for the day. It was very, very nice to meet you. Very, very nice. Not very nice to meet you. Very nice to see you again, and very nice to see the shop open finally. Tight, yeah.
Mushroomville. Can I take my stuff? Okay.
Give us a spin then.
Toothbrush, toothpaste, hair gel, night light, bunny tap. This night with cantaloupe.
I thought medium was bad.
And no doubt we will be there again at some point in the near future. Like I say, keep checking. It's like, you know, early days for them too, but the stock's constantly changing. And like I say, it's quite nice because it's sort of 50-50 split between games and like retro, vintage toys, collectibles, merch, you know, that kind of shit, wrestling stuff, fucking all kinds of shit. Just sometimes it's nice to see that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, and give me a sticker. Forgot. Give everybody a sticker. I'll find somewhere to stick that. Then we went to Vintage Gamer. That's falling off. Then we went to Vintage Gamer. Nick at Vintage Gamer, where we seen Jim. And then not long after that, Craig turned up, Goodwin's place. So we all went, me, Fob, and Craig had a mooch around the place. And I went to a couple of little rooms I've not been into before. Now people have probably been into these already, but I'd never been into them. So there's like the main little bit, and then Nick's even allowed us to go further down to the back. I think Craig took some videos, like a couple of old arcade machines there, but it's like filing cabinets full of stuff. Controller system, I mean boxes and boxes and racks of like the old 8 and 16-bit microcomputers. I mean, why he ain't selling them, I have no idea. I'm guessing it's the ball ache testing them. But yeah, it's fucking amazing shop. But it's like stacked full of ceiling, a bit like this, but with a lot better stuff. But there really wasn't much piquing my interest. And like I said, I'd spent some money with Liam there, so it's like, you know, I'd had a good day already, if that makes sense. But then I seen these on the top shelf in one of his little cubbyhole rooms, so I had to get some ladders out to reach these. One of them is missing a manual, and then I found another game down that little channel that I was on about where the arcade machines were. So they're all in DMVs for 20 quid, which I'm happy with. About, like he said, about 10 each, but I'll do you all for 20 quid. So first off, which is complete. The manual's a little bit ratty, so I'm not overly fussed. And that is Nigel Mansell's World Championship. As you can guess, it's an F1 racer. I've got this on the Mega Drive, and I think it's probably the same version. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to open it this side because that's still got the seal on, and no one's opened it, and I've got to get that sticker off. Look, 17 quid from the Game Shack. So this box was the better box. It didn't have the manual. There was a ratty box that had a, like I say, slightly not great manual. So I've had to steal that, and there's some fucking spaghetti stuck to it. Look, what the fuck is that? Disgust it. Fucking disgust it. So I'll be on the lookout for a non-spaghetti-fied, a lot of fucking pot noodle, someone's at a pot noodle with it, manual. But it's all there, you know, what you're going to do. And you are from me. So, Niji Mansell. This one I'm sure. Eddie! Roller core. I'm sure he mentioned this. Now, was he talking about the PlayStation 1 version, or was it this one? I can't remember. I think he said it's very much like Super Tennis. And this is called Smash Tennis by Namco. But this is missing the man of the WoW. But it's very like cutified. This camera doesn't zoom in, by the way. It's a fucking pain in my ass. But it's bagged up. There's some code in it. Yeah, cheat code. And we've got manual for Smash Tennis. Let me know. Got some labels to get off. And then finally, probably the one that I was most excited to bag actually, Super Famicom. You can see it's big run. Jaleco. I say Jaleco, you say Jaleco. Jaleco. Jaleco, Jaleco, Jaleco. But I'm sure this was an arcade game. I am convinced of it, because I think I remember playing it. Or it's based on an arcade game. Fucking shit, camera don't zoom. As much as I like the picture quality on this, the old camera, the old DAS cam, at least it fucking zoomed in. It had a really good zoom, because the focus on it is a lot better. But this complete. So happy. 20 quid. 3 Super Nintendo games. I'd say nice to get a Famicom game, Super Famicom game. So I say this one, you wouldn't have seen it in the main sort of shop. It was down this little back room. There was a pile of Super Famicom games, but they're all like fucking the horse racing and pachinko. But that was the only like non-shit game, essentially, for want of a better word. So yeah, just little trinkets, little items of the day. Items of the day. 20 minutes. Right, so from we'll do Facebook. One of the Facebook groups, this chap put this up. He said, "Oh, it's not the Retro Ram, it's a smaller group," and hope you can't see that. And he wanted to know prices for stuff. What's this worth? This, that, and the other. And I don't think anybody got back to him. I sort of seen this, and I thought, "Oh, I'm interested in that." And it took him about a week, 2 weeks to come back with a price. And I knocked him down a little bit because he was way high. For what I wanted to pay anyway. And no one else was biting at all. So I think he thought, well, I'm the only one interested. So I think we settled on £35 all in. I think it's a good price. I did look on eBay, as you do, because there's no real of a reference. There isn't any sold. There wasn't any sold. There wasn't any listed. And it is Ninja Assault. Assault. Ooh, Assault. The G-Con. And other than the box looking slightly ratty, the insides are really quite nice. I don't really like the way it opens. I've got to do some gluing, some glue sniffing. So it opens like that, but that's come unglued. And you can pick this game up for about 50p, so it's not, you're paying for the cardboard. But these boxed light gun games, I know a few people that are on the hunt for them, and I'm one of them, and I've been influenced, I must admit. The Point Blank and the PS1 games look absolutely amazing boxes, just purely for display. But this is one of them unusual ones that just doesn't crop up. But yeah, I mean, considering it's a box that's probably hardly been used, it's not in bad nick. You know, I'm not sure. I've got no reference point from it, to be honest. So I thought, well, we'll add that one. It's not one I see very often. You see, like I've got Time Crisis and stuff like that. So you see that's more of a regular, more common one. But I'm not seeing that, and you know, I'm not going. Oh, I'm gonna get all the light gun box games. I just see them when I see them, and I pick them up. But I wouldn't mind the Point Blank ones. I know Point Blank 3. Is it Eddie? I'm sure Eddie and Craig, Goodwin's Place. I know they. I've seen them on Goodwin's channel, and I know Eddie's got a couple. Someone else is hunting them down as well, and I can't think who it is. So it's a competition afoot. Right, from some brick and mortar, my local sort of gaming shop. I traded in to them a phone, an old phone. I don't think CX took it. I can't remember. There was a problem. CX was pissing and moaning about something. And when they start doing that, I just think, just forget it. It's more trouble than it's worth. So I took it down to these guys. They said, well, we'll give you 30 quid credit. I was like, fine. They had some Atari stuff come in, weirdly enough. A lot of it was loose. There was a couple of box games. And then this loose one here. I can't remember if I got it or not. But for free, well, you see it says 3 quid. I've got Wizard of War. I wasn't sure if I got this and thought, well, I've got 30 odd quid to burn old. 3 squids. Wizard of War. Would have been nice if that was boxed. They did have a copy of Hero. 25 quid for a loose card. I was like, fuck, Dad. Not just to sit on the shelf. Box complete. Ratty box. It's Mousetrap. I think it's like a Pac-Man clone. I've never played it. But again, it's £5. And it has got the manual. Needs a bit of an iron on the corner there, that's all. That way, Stu, you fucking pleb. And the other one, which I don't think I've got Mousetrap at all. This one I think I might have the loose cart, but it is a box. It's a bit, again, a bit squished. Star Raiders. And Atari games, I don't know if you see that sump, they all have that sump because basically the cart sits up here and there's nothing there, so it just collapses in on itself. This was sellotape down, I had to cut the sellotape. I didn't even know what was in it, I just bought it. But I am, yeah, I'm sure I've got that loose. I know I have. And we have the manual as well. So number 4 that was, number 4. So, yeah, a couple of nice 26, again, not, it didn't really cost me anything. It's an old, daughter's old mobile phone. So, essentially free. Free games, Wizard of War. I know some people are going to say, you should have spent this 25 quid on Hero. What's that in there? So I just seen something in Mousetrap. Oh, look. Tuesday. Monday. Get your shit off my fucking game. Right. Yeah, so I've still got some loose carts. I might have another night. Maybe I should have took a picture and come back and check what I haven't got. But they weren't like 1 or 2 quid. They priced them up. So Wizard of War, quite like that arcade game. And those are the 2 that were boxed. So I thought for a £5 each, I'll have a punt at a £5. So now we're going to do a bit of Kev's box.
Ding dong.
Kev's balls of fire. Been a while. This is the last top up of Kev's box. So once this box is empty, that is it. We're done. There's no more to be added. Right, first up, side pocket, data east. So this is, I was going to say anyway. So this is the game following on from that Lunar Pool, which I would always thought of as the main game on the NES. Side pocket got Mega Drive release as well, didn't it? But this is a weird one because I was watching. Was it Tony Back in the Day Gamer? His American guy, whoever it was, I think it was Tony. But see, we say Data East. Weirdly, whoever it was, they say Data East, but when they say data, as in like computer data, they say data. But they don't say Data East. Why is that? But this is an Italiano release for them that cares. Again, the shitty camera won't fucking pick it up. Can't win. Next up is Yoshi's Cookie. Puzzler. This is UKV. Some people are saying, I didn't have Yoshi's Cookie. And I think I got it on the Game Boy. I did watch, fully enough, talking about puzzlers. And I mean, it's like a Tetris-y type clone game. I can't remember if someone shared it on Facebook, where some guy programmed his AI in his computer to play Tetris, and it like broke it. It's something ridiculous. It like literally did millions of lines, and broke Tetris because they never programmed it to go that high. Joe and Mac. Joe and Mac, or just Joe in this case, because there is no Mac. I think this is one player as well. Is it? Was this two player? I can't remember. By Elite. Palais. Yeah, not the best of platformers, but there's still something really nostalgic about Joe and Mac. I remember playing it in the arcades back in day. Yeah. The comedic value. I can't remember if that's one or two players. People tell me, I'm sure. Next up, California games. Again, not a very expensive game at all. Usually these M&B ones, you can usually find nice box copies of these, because I think at some point there was an overstock, probably from Toys R Us and stuff. So there was like the market was flooded. But yeah, never. I always liked the thought of California games, but I never really liked the game itself, because it's just a collection of mini games. They were just a bit shit, I always thought. My mate John loved the hacky sack and he loved the fucking surfing and shit, but I just thought they were shit games. What we got here? Oh, yeah, Ghostbusters 2. Yeah. I haven't played this one, because I know, other than the new Ghostbusters, which I do have, all the rest are pretty shit. But I'm not sure what the difference is with Ghostbusters 2. Is it like the Amiga game? I don't think so. But I know that they're not very well received, other than the new Ghostbusters. I think Eddie, I was watching Eddie's Snes video. But that label does look not too dissimilar, other than it has new on the top. So yeah, UKV as well, so not on any import. In 30 minutes. Next up. Ooh! Oosh! Sushi, sir. Shadow Warriors 2, Ninja Gaiden. And again, another weird one that Eddie was talking about. This is an Aussie, Australian one. Yeah, not a cheap game, I don't think. But Shadow Warriors 1 is, yeah, it's there or thereabouts. This one I don't really know about, but and again, I'm assuming it's an Aussie exclusive. I don't know. But we do have it. We've got 6 games. Do 2 more. Doing them backwards now. Pac-Man. Can't beat Pac-Man. I do have the manual for Pac-Man, so that's nice. No box. And it is a UKV with a nice end label as well. I'll stop doing all the video doobie firkins, because it's just like, if anyone wants to look at these games, they can go and look at them. They don't need me to put, and they're not anything unusual, let's be honest. Last one for today. Mach Rider. GBR release, again with the 2 stamps, but again single text at the back. What are they called? Rosary. They're called rosaries. I can't remember what they call them now. I don't really know a great deal about Mach Rider. I'm assuming it's Nintendo's answers to Hang On, or vice versa. Probably the way around. I'm sure this is the clone of Hang On. But yeah, black box. One of the black boxes. Right on time. So yeah, 8 more into the Nintendo collection. Now, PAL UK PAL set. Full PAL set. Not sure about that. Actually, got stuff like Little Samson's. I think Panic Restaurant's in there as well. I think from like an Italian or whatever. You've got. There was another one that's an Italian release. All the ones from America, basically. I think it might be one of the Mega Men, but yeah, it's like, I'm not sure about that. I'm not that mental. I didn't do it with the Mega Drive because I just thought they're not even that great. But the trouble is, some of those are great games. Panic Restaurant's a great game. Little Samson's a great game. Little Samson I've got on the Famicom that come from a good mate, Subi James. So, you start looking down that route and it's like, maybe UK PAL's enough. Some may say that's cheating, but I don't care. It's my collection. I do what the fuck I want. Right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And let me know what you think. I think the lighting's pretty much the same as that side, but different view. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit, give you something else to look at other than my stupid face. But take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.